Hey guys, and welcome back to another video in the web development tutorial series. And in this video, I'm going to be going a bit more in depth about CSS, since CSS is actually one of the most important parts of a website. So let's get right into it. So in the last episode, we left off with this. So we have an H1, a paragraph, and a details and summary. So yeah, now as you can see, this HTML file is starting to get big, and you can imagine how big it's going to be when we're like fully done. So let's get started with moving the CSS to styles to a different file. So we're going to create a new file called main.css. It has to be CSS, it doesn't have to be the main. You can call it anything you want, but it has to have .css at the end. And now inside the style tag, all I have to do is cut it and paste it in here. As you can see, immediately all the styling goes away, and yeah, so we can just delete this entire thing. And now VS Code has some snippets that allow you to link CSS easier. So you can type link : CSS, then hit tab, and then we can type main.css, and it says link and style sheet here. So we're linking a style sheet, and this is the location of the style sheet. And as you can see, it works as if it was the exact same as putting it in here. So now I want to go over fonts. So you have the default fonts. Now, what if you want to use more than just the default fonts? Well, you can go into your browser and type fonts.google.com. And yeah, we can just click search fonts, and you can just search for the fonts you want. There's a ton of fonts, but I'm going to click Ubuntu. And then regular 400, and then click the select the style, and then we can go back and click Montserrat, this, and then regular 400, and we can just select a bunch of fonts, and I think this font looks nice also. Regular 400. So then, you might see this button that says View Selected Families, and there might be a red dot at the top. We're going to click that, and now we have a few things. So we can either link using CSS, or what I prefer is at import. So we can just copy this, and then at the top here you can paste it in, and again you can press Alt-Z to make it wrap. So now we have access to a few more fonts. I'm gonna customize it a bit. So instead of Trebuchet MS, I'm going to use Ubuntu, and for some reason it's using Lucida Sans Unicode, I think. Let me just get rid of all of these. Oh. Well, this explains a lot. So, yeah, I can just delete this. Summary. And, okay. Oh, it's still that font. I don't know why. But, yeah, we can use some more fonts. So, instead of this, I'll use, I'll add another one here. Let's use Roboto Plus, I believe. Wait, is it? Yeah. So Roboto Mono. And, yeah. So, that's how to use external, of fonts. Now, what about, internal fonts? What I mean by this is that you actually have the font file right here. And I'm going to grab this one font I really like called Nokia FC22. So here I have the folder with my fonts, and we're going to use TTF. So we can just drag this into here, and I'm going to make a new folder called assets/fonts. Oops. And then we're just going to drag this into fonts. And now, can do at font face, font family, and Nokia FC22. And then the URL, I'm going to put quotes and /assets/fonts/Nokia FC22.ttf. And then at the end we need to put format true type. So, yeah. Now we have this font, and I think for the about me content, I'm gonna put font family and Nokia FC22. It's giving me some suggestions. Okay. It's not working. Now the other fonts are working, but this isn't working. I don't know. Is it just that VS Code is strange? Probably. I'm gonna open this up in my browser. I think it's because, like, this is a P tag. So that's a lot of CSS, and especially the fonts. Not much CSS though. I kind of like. But thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, so you don't miss the next one, and I'll see you in the next video.